Good morning, good afternoon, everybody, wherever you're coming to us live. And if you're seeing this later on, welcome to another episode of Goodbye Bullshit, Hello Happiness. And for a quick second, we lost our guest, Art. Art is here, and
I'm
as you
sinking.
can he is my fabulous co-host husband, Hollis, who has agreed to come and sit in today with us, talk about the work he is doing as a TV and film producer, director, executive. Is there anything else I can add on to that?
Editor, uh,
Editor,
production assistant,
there you
caterer,
go. Actor,
actor.
there you go. There you go. And also, you can find him on YouTube at The Bald Guy in the Kitchen, which is fabulous story where he is learning how to cook from various chefs, and he comes and does it for his family and friends, which I have invited myself to be part of that group at some point in the future to try this out. Fabulous food. So I hand over to Art, please. Tell us more about yourself and what you have said, what kind of bullshit you've said goodbye to get into this place.
Well, let's see. As you said, I'm a filmmaker. I'm an editor, producer, professional. I've been doing this for like close to 30 years, strangely enough, which is kind of crazy. Which is weird because I'm 30, so I don't understand that. Uh, um, So and yeah, I've been doing it professionally. I went to grad school for I went to undergrad for film, and I went to grad school for film, and wanted to be a director. Had a couple of mentors who were one was a director, one was an editor, and they said, "What do you want to do when you grow up?" I said, "Well, gee, let's see. I'm in a directing program. I want to direct." So they said the first thing they said was, "If you want to direct, learn how to edit because you'll see the mistakes that the directors make on the set." So I did it. I started doing it. I was working with another old time editor, and um, I fell in love with editing, and I've been doing it pretty much ever since, with some acting, some directing, and other things involved. And I've done also acting in film and on television and on in theater as well. And what have I let go of in my life? Well, I've let go for me, and it's still a work in progress. Old habits of negative self-talk. That's been my big thing for me. I've been a big negative self-talker, just because of a lot of reasons, some of which are the fact that I was brought up by a couple of my dad was a very angry man, not happy with himself, and took a lot of that out on me, and and just kind of took that on for myself. And I've learned over the last literally I've been studying mindfulness for like 5 years, but really, I would say within the last year, I've started to really grow and change and really start to get rid of that stuff. So that's been the big burden that I sometimes still fall into. But, I am 60, so 61. So 61 years of negative self talk. Hopefully, it doesn't take 61 years to get rid of that stuff. Uh,
Oh no, it's gonna go fast. I actually found that when you much older in life, it goes faster because you're not willing to hold on to shit anymore. You're like,
yeah.
yeah, no, I'm done. I've lived too long, and I
Yeah.
don't. The what I have left, I just want to live it happy.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I've been working toward that, and I've been, like I said, I've been growing exponentially. Really, in the last 6 months, I've soared, and I can now taste the other side. I mean, I'm right there with a lot of things that are happening in my life with my filmmaking. I'm creating a show, not only Ball Guy in the Kitchen, which I want to make it. I want to grow it so I have 1 million viewers on YouTube, but I'm also creating another cooking show with a chef, and it's called Chefs Tell All. And I have a couple of pretty big wig names involved in this thing. Both of them are Food Network people. One is a Food Network producer who's also been on television. One is an Iron Chef, and have a couple of other partners that I'm working with. So it's going to be a reality documentary bio series about celebrity chefs through the ages.
That's
And
fantastic. That's
and
exciting. I like
yeah,
that already.
thank you. Yeah, it's the concept is great. Everyone loves it. We just have to get get it up and running. We're working toward finishing a sizzle reel. We started one, and soon it's going to happen soon. I can feel it. I know it's happening.
Is
So
that going to be on Food Network or YouTube? Where is it going to
it'll
be?
we pitched it to the Food Network, and it's not really their cup of tea. It's for one, they want more cooking competition shows and all that type of thing. If you notice, a lot of their shows are about chasing the clock, and this show is about exploring people's personalities over the ages. I mean, we'll interview everyone from Living and Dead, from Rachel Ray to Emerald to all the guys, Martin Yan and um, Jeff
Nice.
Smith from The Frugal Gourmet, all those people from the ages up to now, all of those guys who've been on television, and they have a lot of compelling stories. And some of them are a little negative, some of them aren't. Like uh, Michael Simon, who is an Iron Chef, who's a great cook. Um, when he was going to the Culinary Institute of the Art, he he changed the paradigm there, because it used to be that the instructors and the head or the higher up chefs would haze them, these younger chefs, and he said it's stopping, not doing it anymore. He basically turned that around. There's another chef, Mark Vetri, who is a big Philadelphia chef, but he's world renowned. He's an amazing guitar player, and he moved to Los Angeles to become the next Mick Jagger. Realized that he's good, but he's not that good. So he went every day to a restaurant and begged to get a job. And finally, the head chef, who was I can't, his name escapes me now, but he relented, allowed him to come in, started as a sous chef, and he was impressed with him. And now he's got restaurants all over the country, if not all over the world. So a couple of examples. And so I like the idea of this almost chef's tell all. It's like you're hearing everything. What hidden secrets do these people have? So
Nice, nice. I think it would be great on Netflix, to be honest. I think
I,
that would be awesome on Netflix. And I know, like, my son and I, we love cooking shows and we love the chef stories actually. And it's a very tough business.
oh yeah,
I'm glad this is a project you're doing. I'm looking forward to it.
yeah. Thank you. Both of them are passion projects, and at my age now, it's like I just want to do passion projects. I can't do anything where I'm, where I have to take, I have to like scour my skin. And I have done, shows where it's like the karma was just evil, and it was like, I don't want
Yeah.
to do it anymore. Now, I'm at the age now where I'm just choosing projects that I would make for myself. So
Well, for your type of work as well, I mean, the creative aspects of your job and artists in general, I think you put a lot of yourself out there. And if you have any kind of negative self talk, it even comes out louder because you're constantly out there putting yourself out there
mhm.
in public view. So, yeah. The Now our segue, I want to know what you think about law of attraction. As we talked a little bit earlier, that's one of my pet peeves, law of
Mhm.
attraction. Hollis, I want to hear from you as well, because I think people have taken it to extreme.
Mhm.
I have seen people, when you say law of attraction, and if you have any kind of negative word come out of your mouth, they cut some from the hyperventilate. Oh no, I can't be around you. You know, you are affecting my source. You're affecting what's coming to me.
Right.
And it really, they've gone, the concept of law of attraction was not law of positivity.
Right.
It was supposed to be feeling good.
Mhm.
It's about how you feel inside and how you want to bring that feeling out. And I think people have just taken it to be law of positivity. And it's most of my clients that come, they hyperventilate and they have so much. If smallest thing happens, they're like, I don't know why this happened. I'm trying to be positive. I keep my thoughts positive, but still all these things happen. It's like, well, these things are happening because inside there are other things happening. It's the feeling behind it. So
Yeah.
I love to hear what
Well,
you powerful creative couple think about that.
I love that because, Bob Proctor always says the law of attraction is really a secondary law. It's the law of vibration. So
Yes.
the law of vibration is what you want to focus on. You want to focus on getting as high a vibration as you can, bringing your energy, your positive energy as high as you can, because when you're in that energy, it doesn't matter what you're going to attract everything good. So then instead of thinking about what you want to get, why not think about how you want to feel? And how you want to feel is more important. You could be a billionaire and be miserable.
Exactly.
But if you feel fantastic, you could have nothing and feel fantastic. But on the other hand, when you feel fantastic, by law, all those things that you want are going to be attracted to you, because those things that you want, you're in vibration with that. And that's really the power of it. It's, law of attraction has been pushed. I agree. It has been pushed to the point where it's like, it's a magical thing, and it's not magic. We're magic. We're energy. We're all energy. We're all source. And if you want to get what you want, be what you want, live what you want, have the energy of what you want. And when you do that, I mean, who cares? Honestly, who cares if you get it or not? If you feel great, you're going to get it, but who cares? You almost have to be a detached being. You have to be this, Neville Goddard says we're God. So we have to be, in some ways, we have to be God. We have to, and with that, you can't be emotionally attached to anything that's really here. Feel great, and you're going to get it, and just feel great. And that's all, that's the magic to it. And I'm working and striving toward that. Some days I really get it, and some days I don't, but I've been growing so much. And you think about it, our energy goes up and down like a sine wave. And as long as you keep rising, that sine wave keeps going up. So your bad day is better than your good day was before. And as you keep growing, your great day, your good days are going to be great, and your bad days are going to be like, okay, so that's my take.
Oh my God, that's it. We're ending the show right now. You said all my favorite words, everything, exactly.
Boom!
Exactly. Magic. That was the best thing. We are magic. We are gods. We are creators. And when you get in that vibration, I love that law. It should be changed to law of vibration rather than law of attraction.
Yeah.
Because it's not about attracting. It's about what you are putting out. I love all those things. And be what you want to be. Once you are from inside, you are happy. You are bringing that. And I loved how you said, because people think you get in this state and it's like, oh, your life is just going to be up and up and up and there's nothing happening. No, things happen, but you react to it differently. Right. You are not, your downs are not really downs, and you're up. Everything is just, you're absolutely like, love it.
Thank you.
Hollis, where have you been hiding him?
In the basement.
Oh my gosh.
In the basement where he belongs.
I have to edit today.
But you know what? I mean, what you were saying is, for me, what the thing has been is like this whole law of attraction, believe it and see it. And for me, what I always get so wobbly about is this belief. So it's kind of like, okay, I'm supposed to focus on what I believe in. And then my brain, having like ADHD, is like, well, I really want to have this, but do I really want this? But do I want that? What do I want? So it's kind of like this self-sabotage, which kind of like leads you down this like spiral of shame, and it makes you feel like crap. So do I really not know what I want? I'm a loser, like all this stupid stuff of this self-talk. But yes, so agree that it's about this emotion. It's about this whole, what I found is that so much is about expression, not repression. So it's kind of like that's become this mantra, like to express, not to repress. Express, don't repress.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like having these different visions, having these different feelings, speaking these different truths of things that I want and ways that I feel, instead of being like you said in the beginning, and Tusa, like, oh, I'm not being positive. Well, you know what? It's like, we're human. We have emotions. We need to speak them instead of sugarcoat them, because that stuff's going to haunt us. Like, that's what causes disease.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right.
One of the things I always tell my clients is that throw away the words good and bad, positive and negative. Just throw it out, because they make you feel even worse. It's just everything is about what feels good to you, what you want, because how I feel about something is different from how the other person feels. I might like something, I might enjoy something, the other one doesn't. So it's everything, bring it back to yourself, and is it good for me? How do I feel about it? Because like you said, Hollis, I was the same way with the negative talk. And I would say, like, why isn't this working for me? You know, I'm doing everything they're telling me in this law of attraction, but it's not working. And it was because I was still focusing on the outside of what am I gonna get, and I am being positive. I'm trying to keep myself as positive as I can. And when the negative talk would start, I would get upset. It's like, oh no, the negative talk is coming. Law of attraction is not going to work. So once I learned, and it was about vibration, it was about the feeling of inside. And I'll tell people, it's like, if I tell you, feel like you're you've gone to Paris and you're sitting there drinking coffee, or feel like you've gone to your favorite restaurant and you're having your favorite, the feeling just pops up naturally. You can feel it, you can sense it, the smells, the taste. That's how it should be for everything. Just feel it inside, and it'll all come together.
Yeah. Well, feeling's a secret. And that's really what it is. Neville Goddard said that. It's like he has a book, Feeling is a Secret. And it's also, you think about it, everything is. There's a negative and there's a positive. Everything has a negative and a positive. If something negative happens to you, what's the positive? Bob Proctor says it. All these people say it, but basically, it's like, we're energy. Energy is. What we make of it is what it is. So if energy is, and we see the negative in something, that's what we're going to see. But on the other hand, if you find the good in it, you're going to find the positive. Everything has a right and wrong. Everything has an inside and an outside. People say, it's like, they'll look at a book and it's like, I can't find a book that has a title on it, but whatever. I have a book up and the book says a title. It's like, I'm looking at the book from the back. I don't see it. There's no title on this book, but it's like, yes, there is. But if I flip it over, you don't see the title and I see the title. So it's just, there we go. But I mean, you turn it around, there's no title in there. And you're looking at it from a point of view. You're looking at it from perspective, and that's really, change your perspective. If you don't like what you're seeing, change the perspective. What's good in this? Les Brown says, find the good in it, and find the good in it, and with everything.
I like that, and I add to it. It's funny you use the book. In my office, when people are here, I use my phone, because I have like this case on the back. It's bright blue. I say, if I show you this, you're gonna say, I said, what do you see? You're gonna say, well, I see a blue case. And on my side, I said, well, I see numbers, I see faces, because I turn around and I show it to them. Mm-hmm. I also want to add, though, there are times that you are just not, the feeling is not there. There is heaviness in you. Right. And there are times that you cannot find the good. And that's the time I think it's important to, what I call is that, sit in that darkness, sit in your shadow, but make peace with it, make love with it. Mm-hmm. That I am at this place and there is still nothing wrong with it. That there is a part inside right now that, for whatever reason, whatever's happened to it, it's hurting. Let me go have compassion for that part. Let me go give it a hug. Let me love it. Let me sit with it and say, hey, I'm here for you. Yeah. And it's okay. Let's sit in this darkness. And there's an exercise that I've given to people. It said, if you can do it at night, just sit in a dark room, close everything, no candle, no light, sit in it for a little bit. And after a while, even in that darkness, you start to see things. You start to see maybe the table that's there, the chair that's there. And then you start even seeing light peeping through from different places, from outside, under the door. There is light that's going to come in the darkness. You cannot just sit in the total darkness the
Right.
whole time.
Right.
Love
So,
I love that too.
So beautiful.
Yeah. It's I mean, everything. It's like sometimes it's even the pain. If you embrace that pain, and be grateful for it, because it shows that you're alive.
yeah.
And and the fear and all that stuff. It's like you be grateful because I'm alive. Thank you for allowing me to witness this and being alive, because the alternative is not feeling anything, and then what do you have? You have nothing. Though we never will have nothing, because we're spirit, and spirit always will have something. But here on this plane, because we're so separate, we're separate from that in a certain way, from because this is like a shadow of what we really are. You will feel that separation, but be grateful for it, because that separation shows that you're here and alive, and you have the ability to change it. But
Yes.
and that's powerful. That's total power, and I am grateful for that.
Yeah. Two main things that you said that I love. And sorry, Hollis, I'm just like jumping in
Okay,
with everything you said.
good.
I love all the words he's saying, all the words. Gratitude and experience. Those are the things that, again, adds to that vibration. Thank you for this life, even this experience right now. Thank you, because I'm having this experience. It's gonna show me something about me.
Mhm.
It's gonna show me that I'm still carrying fear. It's gonna show me that I still carry this little thing with me that makes me feel undeserving. So gratitude for all of it, not just for the good stuff, because whenever you say gratitude to people, again, thank you for my house, thank you for my health, thank you for my car, all those things, again, external stuff, and not gratitude for the actual experiences that you get to experience in this physical life.
Yeah.
Which is gonna always show you something about you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the universe is always expanding and growing, and therefore we're always expanding and growing. And sometimes these things that come to you, it could be a negative situation, or what someone likes to say, like special friends that come to you that challenge you. They're challenging you to help you grow, because you're growing. And if you don't grow, you're going the other way. And because there's no such thing as staying the same. You never stay the same. You're growing or you're decaying. And I myself want to keep growing. And I want to know where I'm going. I want to see where I'm going. And it's fun. I mean, it's fun. It is scary. It's scary a lot more than it's not. But then if you change that scary to excitement, which is the same energy, if you feel that energy of fear, you're feeling that energy of excitement. So change it so it's like, instead of go, oh my God, I'm going to die. Oh my God, I'm going to go down this ski slope, or whatever it is. And that makes you alive. Fear is life. Though it's not, it's excitement.
I love that. I he's using I have another post just like that. It's about how you deal with that. Exactly. I told my son, I used the example for him. He was afraid of doing something. And the funny thing is, there's some things he's afraid of, and there are other things he's not. So he will go jump off a bridge that's like 20 feet, 24 feet high. And they're like these things that he's just like, the new experiences, that social experiences that scare him. I said, it's understandable. I understand that fear. We've all had it. I get it.
Yeah.
And think of it as that moment when you have gone over the ledge on that bridge to jump off. I know that fear is inside of you, but that excitement of jumping over, that experience that you're going to have, that's the thing that makes you jump. So bring that excitement into these other fears that you have, and it's gonna push you through. You're gonna have a different experience after that. I love it.
It's like the butterflies in the stomach kind of
Mm.
feeling. And Arthur, actually, it's kind of like the whole thing with character development. So when watching a TV show or a movie or something, those characters that are so opposite each other, like you've taught me, and to detriment sometimes of watching things and now seeing editing and like hearing the beat and all this kind of stuff within it. But the character development that the good character and the evil character are the same character.
Yeah.
They're just opposite. That's why they clash so much, because they're the same person.
Right. Well, you think about it, we all are the same person. We're all the same character. We're all from the same source. So if I'm mad at you, I'm mad at myself, because, or I'm happy with you, I'm happy with myself. It's like when you're having a conversation externally with another person, but in reality, you're connecting with yourself, because we are all one. We're all energy.
Exactly. I used mirror. I said everybody in your life, they're there to be your mirror, to show you yourself, and you're there for them to see themselves.
Yeah.
So the more we clean this up, the better the reflection is. And the more gunk we have, the more it's like, I can't see a clear reflection. I don't know what's there. So better to clean and clean and clean, and you'll have a clear reflection. And the person looking at themselves also, they're able to see themselves more clearly.
Yeah. It's all karma.
I love it. Oh my God. We can talk more and more and more and more. This is great. We need to have you back on the show and
I love it.
Do this again. I don't know, Hollis, you have any closing remarks? You always have great things to.
Well, thank you. Let's see. I think it's really just belief. I mean, so much for me in this journey has really been this journey of believing, and just retouching on everything with emotion. Like the whole, how you feel is what is. You feel like crap, it is crap. It's, for so many years, kind of the journey that I was on and what I was doing was very emotional. There was so much emotion tied into everything, but it wasn't positive emotion. It was emotion of, am I good enough? Am I going to be able to handle this behavior? What if this happens? Like always kind of thinking of these things that could happen, because fights could break out in my room. There'd be a lot of pushback. There'd be, I don't want to do this. Why should I do this? And then there was just so much having to external that I spent so much time out there. But then when I was internal, it was kind of like, I'm not good enough, because obviously it's still happening. So it's this control issue. So if this makes any sense. So it's kind of like, in understanding now in the place that I'm at, there's so much of a different feeling of understanding that I don't have to control all of that. Like, it's not me. It's, I can put into the space what's emoting from me, and that's what I can put out. And that's how, that's going to determine how I feel, and that's going to determine how I interact.
Exactly. It's that you're bringing us home. It's the vibration you're putting out is going inside, clearing your vibration, what feels good to me, and not having to control other people's emotions, other people's reactions, other people's thoughts, behaviors. I'm in charge of me, and I'm in charge of what feels good to me, what I want, and what I want to put out into our environment.
And
Wow.
I think it's just making clear, just one more thing, it's just that it's not coming from a selfish way. So if people hear this and they're like, oh, well, you're just thinking about you and how you feel. It's not about that. It's about, because when you do feel more comfortable with yourself, it's just coming from a place of peace and wanting to be more of service to others, because you're more comfortable with who you are. It's not better than anybody. It's just more comfortable.
Yeah. Well, you think about it, they have on airplanes when, if there's an emergency, the oxygen mask comes down. And if you have children, you put the oxygen on yourself first before you put it on your children. So talk about that as you're giving of yourself to another person. So in order to do that, we're giving ourselves the freedom to grow in order for everyone else around us to grow.
Exactly. I love all of that. And thank you for bringing that up, because that's an important thing to mention. You're right. Everybody thinks, well, am I being selfish? And you're not. You're really not. I love that example of, I use the lifeguards, and it's the same thing on the
Mhm.
plane. You're absolutely right. Once you feel good about yourself, once you're good, then that's when you can help others as well. And you're coming from a place of peace, joy, and love, and that's the place to bless everybody else around you.
Amen.
Thank you guys. I love you guys.
Thank you.
This was so awesome.
It was.
This was
Thank
so
you.
much fun.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys for watching this. And for those of you that are going to watch it later on Instagram, Facebook, leave us a comment, tell us, give us feedback. And this is also going to be available on podcast as well. And all of Art's links, especially his YouTube show, is going to be on there. Follow him on Instagram, LinkedIn, social media, all of that, and check out what he's doing. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Take
Bye.
care. Bye.
Bye.